Hello! Welcome to Jadekind Gaming presents The Observatory. My name is Adam, and we are here with session 59 of the New Divines Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We have Eric as Stan, Bob as the old man, David as Terry, Ryan as Billy, Austin as Rolfur. You might tell by the background that this is the point in my life where my home flooded and we had like a 4-month break from this game, so we are going to remember it perfectly.
So good. The whole time.
But
I've just been sitting here waiting. Why did no one tell me we canceled? I didn't have a beard.
So last time I see that the party did solo work figuring out things after the alliance with the Emerald Carving. And we ended, as we started day 180, the party in Koshkot at the temple, just having finished a hero's feast, and about to discuss plans for the Kingdom of the Scale, which I believe is the Dragon Kingdom that you're, like, preparing to head to today. So I guess it would be you 5, Alice, and because you're in the temple, I guess Sora are present.
We probably should take coffee with us. I don't want anyone asked to be dragon.
I got that covered. Hold up giant gourd.
Yeah, I can make some stuff with coffee.
I'm really proud of myself. I understand that everyone else is disappointed, but I don't care.
Yes.
It went over my head.
It was a pun.
Yeah, so this will be good. We're gonna go see if there's actual dragons, and
Are we?
sorry, you don't know much about the Scale Empire, do you?
Let me check if she does.
Oh, Sora?
Yeah, Sora.
Oh, Sora, yeah.
Yeah. I've never been personally, but I know a little. I've certainly interacted with people there from the Prism.
From the Prism.
The city. The only city.
You want to tell us about that, babe?
The Fractured Prism. It's the port city at the
Obviously.
mouth of the Dragon River.
Do
Inhabited
I
both
know
by
anything about this?
Dragonkind and dragons proper. You're not allowed to start conflict within the city, though from what I understand, that doesn't mean they don't.
Don't do it, but be prepared.
Do I know anything about this, or?
I'll let you have made an investigation check, given your context.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 7. Real quick. Investigation. Investigation. So 24.
Yes, it is. You know that more on the political side of things, that it is ruled by the Council of 10, which are the leading 10 dragons of each color and metal. So the primary 5 colors and 5 metals each have representatives, and it is there that those individuals that do not want to get along with each other at all are in charge over the city. There is some degree of trade that happens there, But in general, it's the kind of thing where you have to be prepared to come out at a loss for a trade, but by chance getting things that you wouldn't be able to access otherwise. So you're going to be overpaying, but sometimes you can find there's more stuff available. If someone, you may have to wait at port for, a few days while whatever dragon returns to wherever they've secreted their things away. But if you'll pay enough, they've hoarded enough.
This isn't gonna be... I was expecting this to be like a wild land.
Not the dragons. They've got a whole government.
Yeah.
We're going to the super black market, right?
Yeah. I mean, there is more wild wilderness land along the river out into the rest of the kingdom.
Run by actual black dragons.
Black market by black.
You have to go into the swamp.
I could just see the gold dragons going, we need to drain the swamp.
I guess the other thing is that it is large.
Interesting to make him one of the good dragons, David, but I guess, you're entitled to your opinion.
Explosion breath.
I'm all about that denial of expectation.
No.
Dragon's pretty cool.
So I'm going through the maps and trying to find where we're going. And I've got the map that has all the like glacial ice and stuff at the top.
Not that one.
Is that the right map?
Nope. You'd be looking for Land's Meat. It's south of Wonders.
Oh, yeah.
Because Vorpal, the southern town in Wonders, is the town that defends against the dragons moving up into Wonders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dragons are far south from...
So we're looking all the way to the south then.
Yeah,
The Amazon! Sorry.
Yeah, we haven't really been, like, up where Rolfur's home is.
No. Yeah.
Well, Terry is a good man and a good husband. And he thanks his wife and appreciates her appropriately. Well, David, on the other hand, would at this point say, "Thanks for warning me, hon." But
I think that's applicable even in... You can be a good husband and also right all the time.
Super easy. Barely
Super
anything.
easy. It's actually easier to be right all the time.
well, anyway, I
Just
asked the
ignore evidence.
group. So now that we know that this is a less of a slaughter fest that we're going to be jumping into and more of an actual institution, do we want to like draw funds and like manifest funds somehow so that we can go ahead and enrich the dragons and get things while we're at it?
I mean, I don't know why we need to draw funds. They're literally storing our money there. We just have to go pick it up real quick.
Well, I appreciate your go get 'em attitude. I do have to point out that no, you have literally stolen from dragons in front of me before.
Yeah, I have.
And he's got dragon spirits that he can show off in his divine realm that are just rolling around.
Yeah, in huge piles of money, which I could.
He
make
literally
bigger.
walks
That'd be great.
around with access to a dragon sword.
I think I might need a disguise.
What, your jealousy? Or...
The giant
No.
giant gold man?
I'm beginning to think
Yes!
that perhaps
Gold and diamonds, come live with me!
if
I
we're
played
going,
Baldur's Gate 3. I think I've met you before. You're in a gatehouse?
You'll make an excellent addition to my horde.
I think. Well, I mean, those are all excellent points. My thought was that if we're going down here and expecting to make non-consensual withdrawals, then perhaps I shouldn't be representing my country while doing so.
Well, might be the first smart thing you've ever done. I am a humble bar owner.
Yeah. Yeah,
They can't actually do anything to me.
Good point. You have enough, forces aiming against your country right now. You don't need to add dragons.
It only took like a war and a half for me to learn this.
I mean, I kept trying to tell you, but no one wants to listen to the experienced, wise ruler.
Hey, don't.
I'm just saying, the
Just let
experienced
David
wise
keep
ruler came back
playing
to
the
life and
playground.
bought a bar.
Don't listen to him.
Just let David keep doing it. It's good entertainment for us in the back end.
An extra dragon spices up your fight against the demon lord.
Demon Lord?
Yeah.
Different game.
Yeah, don't you remember pissing off the demon lord?
Different game. Insult the blue dragon, who will then ally with the demon lord, so that in the end battle, there's a dragon in it.
Because we walked through too many things.
And dragons can fly through space.
Yep.
Yeah, and Adam goes, fine, you want to fly the entire campaign? Enjoy your boss battle.
In the sky.
In the sky.
In the sky. Enjoy.
That was, what was that? I named that. I have a book for that.
Yeah. Also,
Planetary
Planetary
fragments?
fragments, yep.
Oh, that would
Yep.
okay.
Also, dragons don't like getting knocked prone while flying.
No.
No, they super duper don't.
Old man.
And monks aren't very good at walking on air.
No.
What's up?
Make we'll call it like insight or something.
I rolled a 5. So insight that would be a 22.
Okay. So as she, talked about her story about, you may have to wait while a dragon from the city goes to get something from their horde, amongst the wilderness. That also might mean something as far as if the dragon's in the city and the treasure hoard is kept hidden away.
In the wilderness.
You notice that part. That's just the thing you notice.
Yeah, so, we're all gonna travel there together-ish?
Yeah.
So, if Alice and I go on a little, overland journey once we get there, just give us, I don't know, week? Probably less? Maybe a couple days. It really depends.
Okay, first
I
of
will
all,
come back with funds.
okay, first of all, no one's going to question you leaving for any period of time.
Yeah, I need Alice's. Listen, here's the thing. Y'all like to pop around like it's not Shoe Leather Express for the rest of us. And you forget, I'm primarily a bar owner. I can't teleport.
Go ahead and put my hand
You
on
can
my
blink
head,
like 30
thinking
years
for a
that way,
sec. That must be a difficult problem, say, while rubbing the temple of my helm of teleportation.
Yep, it's a problem. You can't feel it through your helmet. So, anyways.
Yeah, you really don't get the air travel so much as the day ride car version of teleport.
No, I've got I have the flight equivalent of jumping, but with teleport because I can blink.
Which is still way faster than, a lot of things.
Except for teleporting, which is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it's also more accurate than teleporting.
Just because riding a bike is faster than walking doesn't mean driving isn't preferable.
And when I'm teleporting back to somewhere I've been, it's quite accurate.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Tree striding is very accurate.
Tree to tree.
Which is why we're gonna
back to my homeworld.
we're gonna get there, and then we're gonna go on a wee bit of a walkabout, and come back with money.
Cash money.
Okay.
And then she's gonna bring me back
Well,
because
so
I guess I could go on my own and then send you an image of a tree through my brain. and you can come pick me up?
I think she has to have touched it.
No, she has to have seen it.
Okay.
I heard from her at some point. Definitely would be how I would know that.
Well, I mean, you could just
Yep.
take one of. Hey, Rolfur, what do you think about them just putting down one of your trees?
I have to touch it.
All right.
Damn tree. That is the restriction on teleporting through trees, is you have to touch the tree.
So while we're eating breakfast, I'm going to go ahead and take out a few pounds of brass, and I'm going to fabricate them to cover my armor, so that my full plate armor just looks like brass full plate.
So your armor is just getting progressively heavy.
Just layer upon layer.
Like,
Adamantium.
you just added like
gold,
another
brass.
5 to 10 pounds
Yep.
of metal all over.
But
Just brass faceted gems. Weird.
no, it's going to be enough that it's just going to be like a smooth plate of brass across it. Also, my armor was never gem studded. It was gold and jade inlay.
Oh, right. Stan's is gems.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was the encrusted guy.
But I believe Terry's yours was adamantium.
Yeah, mine's adamantium. So I mean, it's still adamantium underneath all of
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
It's just super heavy, is
So-
kind of the joke.
Say, if you just want to change the appearance, I could give you a candy coating.
As I'm like getting the brass coats out, like, wait, seriously?
Why?
Yeah.
I might be really down for this.
What?
Yeah, that flies, dude. How many flies do you want?
He's basically a giant gobstopper
It's like,
Can't.
yeah.
Because it's adamantium.
because he's round.
You know what? No, okay. I start putting so I've got these like brass cup-like cubes, and I start putting them away. I'm like, okay, we're going candy. This sounds great.
All right. What color you want?
White with speckles.
That's fine. Yeah, I can do a jawbreaker pattern for you.
Yeah, I was about to say old school jawbreaker.
I hope none of the dragons are fond of that.
I got it.
I would love to see them try to chomp down on the adamantium jawbreaker.
It'd be like chopping down at any actual jawbreaker.
As long as they're not trying to go up the escalator, it'll be fine.
But yeah, I can bring
I'll just have to.
Terry over to my candy experimentation table in my realm and get him hooked up with a
Candy coating.
an armor candy coating of jawbreaker pattern.
I am going to just be like spamming Word of Radiance to just like destroy bugs around me at all times. Just like divine.
You're the
They'll
world's
fall.
most annoying bugs.
Say this is like a hard candy coating. Bugs, I don't imagine are gonna, unless you get wet or something, are gonna care much about it.
I'll have to keep presentation ready.
Don't let him get moist.
So I'm gonna keep prestidigitation and mending ready just in case to keep the candy coating. I love this.
It's a choice.
Reminds me of my orange place story already.
I'm a jawbreaker golem.
Old man.
We need to
Alice kind of
make you-
leans over to you and is like, "This is not how I thought this meeting was gonna go."
Yeah, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure this has to be my fault.
What did I do?
I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure this goofing off behavior started with.
But yeah, I just have to see the tree. So if you want to wander off, we have
Okay. Are we actually in a place where wandering off is a reasonable choice, or?
I mean, right now you're still in
would-
Koshkot. But
Okay,
I think
so
we're
I
still-
can't wander off.
Our breakfast takes an hour.
Well, okay.
Yeah, because we gotta eat.
How much of that hour do you spend getting candy coated?
I assume we wait until after breakfast to do that.
Okay.
I think I could teleport you there if you want to go now.
No, I want to finish my breakfast. Trust me, I might need it.
That not being afraid thing helpful.
It's super useful to not be scared of things.
Yeah.
It's like giant black dragon. I will destroy you with my frightful presence. I had a really good breakfast though.
Yeah, you don't understand, man. I fed this morning.
There was an
okay?
omelet
There was
station.
breakfast. There was some burritos.
I even had like a delightful little
just
granola.
see the tree.
There was like a sweet old lady making like fresh tortillas and breakfast burritos. Like, you don't understand. Nothing can scare me.
I just assumed that like half of my clerics are sweet old ladies.
No. Almost none of them are. You're of the forge, my dude.
Yeah, the forge of baking.
Your people make all sorts of stuff.
Uh-huh.
You have many manly men.
What is that called? Yeah, no, my followers are the bakers of men.
They eat corpses?
No, they bake men so that they rise above.
That's,
They rise
once
to the
again,
potential.
I hate to break this to you, but that's cannibalism, my dude.
Yeah, did we just shift into cannibalism over here?
Through the yeast
I think we're just doing cannibalism. Just casual cannibalism is what we're doing now.
Well, I call being the god of banana bread ice cream sandwiches.
That's fair.
Those are good.
Almost nothing I do involves ice cream.
Yet.
Yeah.
You're right. I need to dive into fried ice cream.
I bereave in.
How could you fry something that's cold? It would melt.
Well, if you get it cold, and if you get it super cold, then when you dump it into the fryer, it only gets a little cold rather than super cold. So the ice cream thaws just enough to make it into edible ice cream covered in a hard shell of delicious fried dough.
You believe in yourself.
It also does take belief in yourself.
It's a scary prospect, but sometimes you just have to believe in yourself and go for it.
It's impossible to do without magic because you simply can't get things colder than ice without magic. You simply can't.
I will have to experiment with lava in cooking.
And
That's
making things
hot.
cold by lava? If I apply something so hot, it'll cool it down.
Making lava cakes or something?
I've got some of those.
That's actually not how that works. So how-
Adam, from previous experience, I just want to say this right now. From previous experience, you should ban Ryan from doing things with lava.
And yet I never did any.
Don't do it, coward. I'm fine with adamantine cannons.
And yet I did nothing with it.
Yeah, I feel like if there's any game where I should just let Ryan do whatever weird things he wants to do, I feel like this should be it.
No. He's been a deific being with lava before. He never got the chance to use it, and I hope he never will.
Multiple times.
Sounds like it's been a big disappointment. There's places with lava, he just has to find them.
Or at least I had something that was a good enough equivalent when I played the Lizard as well.
Well, is one of you with more of a theoretical teleport gonna teleport us there, or do we want to go to Vorpal?
Oh no, yeah, well, I'll tell. We're gonna walk back to fuck, I don't remember the name of Ryan's place. It's not Rattan.
Dalport?
Dalport?
Dalport. We're gonna walk back to Dalport.
Why?
Because that's where
his domain.
Oh, your candy thing's in your domain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just open up a door.
Yeah. A lot of the newer candy production at his facility is because his facility is where the permanent door into his domain is. It's easier than buying more, real estate there on whatever the candy street that he's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well,
And I keep creating pocket dimensions to expand the interior.
well, how long do you think it'll take to apply the candy coating?
How long do I think it'll take to apply a candy coating to his armor?
you're good. We'll say half hour.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give you that.
So, y'all can enjoy the metropolis that is my Jade City, while for half an hour. Then we'll meet up back here.
My Jade
And,
City. Koshkot is not my Jade City.
I am the emperor.
And,
Let it be so.
And we can have once we meet back here in half an hour, and then I'll teleport us all down as close as I can get us to the Kingdom of the Scale.
Okay.
Yes, I thank you for your express permission.
I don't know how.
This one? What?
How far away is the Kingdom of the?
This was a.
How far away is Kingdom of the Scale from Vorpal?
It's on the border of Vorpal.
Yeah, Vorpal's kind of like the northwest of the. Yeah, the kingdom is really close.
Like it's measured in
The
feet.
Fractured Prism is far.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so if you wanted to just go out into the wilderness of the Kingdom of the Scale, Vorpal is a great place to enter you in the back end of the wilderness.
Is the Fractured Prism at the actual mouth of what was it, the Black Dragon River?
Yeah.
Or what
The Dragon River?
Like-
is it just Dragon River?
Yeah.
Like it's almost double the distance between Nexon and the Great City from Vorpal and the Prism.
Question: for the purposes of teleport, would I have casually seen the river?
I do not believe so, no.
And it's like, but I ended up sharing memories with the sailor who sailed the river.
Sure, you got me.
Okay.
Why not?
Cool. And it's like, I can help with the teleport to get us closer.
Cool.
One half hour later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1/2 hour later. All right.
Yeah.
So the city's on fire as we walk away.
Yes, the chef of death has done his work.
So,
But,
returning comes a large gobstopper.
Yep.
Alright, so Jawbreaker Knight.
Full plate.
Tongue eater.
Gobstopper.
Jawbreaker Knight.
I had to-
Carry.
Yep. I had to eat the eye holes out of my my helmet.
It took a
Just
while.
licking the eye holes out. But
How does your tongue do that?
you know, after so many years of cooking, you learn things. But so yeah, we meet up, and I go ahead and cast teleport after sharing some thoughts and feelings with Ryan, and we end up
Is
exactly.
Sora
on point
gonna
with
stay behind to manage things here while you're off adventuring again?
That's a good question, Sora, honey. Would you like to stay behind here while we go off,
I feel like somebody
or would
should.
you like to come? I agree, but that doesn't need to be you. We can delegate. If you would like to come with us, you can.
No, well...
The Bundo raises
Okay.
his hand saying, I'll be in charge while you're gone.
It can happen. Yeah. All right. So she stays behind of her own volition and desires, and we all head off to adventure.
Alright.
Adventure.
So where are you targeting to arrive?
Where does Ryan's visions send us?
Yeah, because I would just have to pick out of the best places that I know, and if we have to be midair.
Furthest west we can pick. If we're trying to get to the Fractured Prism, furthest west we can get.
Well, look at that map again.
East. Furthest east we can get.
Wrong direction.
don't know. I don't know what this Melbark is, but it sounds interesting.
It's another country. I think the old man has relatives out there. Let's see. All right. Go ahead and make your percentile.
I should have grabbed these sooner. Five. I don't remember if high or low is good on this.
So you have a mishap.
A little whoopsie doodle.
Like I said, it's not an exact science.
And because this is more fun, given that hit point damage does nothing to you, randomly pull up a website that I've never looked at before. And...
Whoa. Hit point damage does stuff. It hurts.
Hit point damage is fine. Let's go with the hit point damage.
I'ma say someone roll just a D20 for me.
10.
10.
It's quick.
So
When you said roll, I started picking up dice.
Yep.
I'm like,
So you
I
don't
want to be
move
part of
anywhere.
the problem.
you're still in your temple where you were. But it's suddenly dark outside.
Sora, dear?
Let's go see
You
what it
call
is.
out for her.
Yeah.
She comes out in her nightwear. How was your
Mother.
adventure?
Well, this has never happened before.
That's okay. It happens to everyone eventually. Just try not to be too nervous.
Adam, I hate time shenanigans so fucking much. I have straight up, like, stopped watching TV shows because time shenanigans started happening.
Are you gonna quit this game because of time shenanigans?
It's a
Are you
thought.
gonna try teleporting again? Because of time shenanigans?
Yeah, just
hate
teleport
this
back through time.
much. I fucking hate time shenanigans.
So,
It's so
when
fucking
are
much.
we?
You've been gone for 10 days.
Excellent. How's my worshippers?
I actually need to calculate that. So
That's
it's day
so
190.
unfair.
That's 10 days.
This is
You
so
get
unfair.
10% because your people just keep going on.
All right.
Percentage a
This
day.
is so unfair.
I do
rolled.
have
It says they stay
proselytizing-
in the same place and go through time instead of space.
This is so unfair.
I do have proselytizing robots. 7 of them. With Sanctuary. I think DC 21 Sanctuary or something
Retcon
insane.
this is so brokenly unfair. Holy
Why are you upset about this? This is not a big deal. This is a thing that happens sometimes. Is funny.
We moved.
For a
You're
mortal
going to
creature.
rob dragons.
Oh, yeah,
We're not
oh.
on a time
No,
crunch.
we're not going to rob dragons now. I have a war that's now on my doorstep.
Oh, right! You have a war. Totally forgot about your thing.
The leader of the war, 10 days out.
So fucking unfair.
I mean,
I mean, it worked out for some of us a little bit.
I still bought you 2 weeks of time. So, I mean, yes, you've wasted 10 days of those
He
14.
could have rolled a 20.
That's
What would have happened
So-
then?
It would have been 20 days for it.
So we're bumped up to day 190 now.
Oh, right! This is my fault! I forgot.
You grabbed the
I forgot
dice.
I rolled this.
You grabbed the dice.
So fast, too.
Yep.
Let's see. When is?
The one time we should have let Vic roll.
Let's see when construction's done.
Nope,
Wonder
I
how
got
I
an
am
18.
on worshippers.
It's like, nah, I had an 18. You wouldn't have wanted my dice.
uh,
Yeah, I rolled 13, so he beat me.
are we past day 167?
Oh yeah.
Long time ago.
We're on 190 now.
Okay, I just had a note that my stronghold was done there, and I was just double checking that it was actually done.
I have lost so many thousands of gold worth of magical equipment that I could have been making.
I mean,
On the bright side, 2 quaddles. He just showed up.
we're robbing dragons. I'm sure it's fine.
No, we're not. Like, I can't. This DM shenanigan has cost. I don't know about you guys, but it cost me that adventure. I don't get to go now.
Or we can pause that adventure and just help you your thing. I think it's-
Good
wait
point.
3 more days.
We can all go back home and reconvene at this later. I've got work to do.
As Rolfur wanders off.
This was a good vacation, so now we can all get back to work, rested and relaxed and ready to do more business. Not saying
Hey,
this is
I'll
just-
probably get to go to rank 13. That'll be great.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is just because you all tried to dodge your responsibilities with a fun trip to the Dragonlands, but it's because you tried to dodge your responsibilities with a fun trip to the Dragonlands.
I run a bar. What responsibilities do I have?
I go heal people. What do I have to do?
On the bright side, Wizard, you developed time travel.
Whoops.
I mean, in one direction, but imagine if you cast that on your enemies. Imagine just
On the bright side,
moving them into the future.
the Dow was working for 10 days. So the wall's still going up.
And I still have people preparing your entire city for war. I mean, I'm sure that they're preparing themselves without any outside influence at all.
No, I need to.
Unrelated, I think I'm going to go ride a
no,
horse
it's-
shirtless.
I should just do this and add an extra 0 at the end. That's more fun.
Is it a good this and add a 0 or a bad this and add a
I'm
0?
figuring out
'Cause
how many
sometimes-
followers to give.
Yeah. He's given us a whole increment more.
Can I take 2 zeros? Not one in front and one behind. That's bullshit.
Yeah, 0 points.
2 in front. Maybe like it.
I don't think we can use teleport ever again.
Shoe leather express for everyone.
So, what I did is I pulled up a random 100 option choice, and that was one of 100 options.
Could one of them given us more time? Where we went back in time?
It just
10 days?
It just called it teleport through time instead of space. I decided forward is manageable, backward is not.
It would,
Yeah,
it would,
fair enough.
It would be quite confusing.
Send us
Yes.
backwards, make us redo it all. Just reset the campaign, everybody.
10 days backwards, he just splices in a different session we start over. It's like, at this point, you can skip the rest of the session.
Unless we run into the shenanigans where there's 2 versions of us running around.
Yeah.
There's no way I could resist fucking with myself. There's absolutely 0 chance that I'm not going to start playing practical jokes on me.
Not unless you run into the problem of that if you interact with yourself, you go into non-existence combustion mode.
That
just
would be a
lost
chance I'm
even
going to take,
funnier.
though. There's
I
no
just-
way I'm not rolling the dice on it.
I just lost the equivalent of almost 100,000 gold.
Nope, that number also doesn't work now.
That
Yeah.
you could have spent on items.
As this number... No, I shouldn't
mean-
give one of you the number of followers that one of you already has. My math is bad.
Why not? Is it me? Because I'll take it.
No. It's Rolfur.
Okay, then no, it's not fair. In that case, I am outraged. Hey, David, does this reset the timer for when you get your materials then? So you have to start recounting it now?
That's independent.
Oh, okay. So you have an unused shipment. That's good news.
I mean, I had spent it already. That's going to the bribe, but that's like the. The amount that I get from that is a quarter of what I've lost.
Sure. Let's do this.
It's fine.
I'm sick of doing math. Billy, get 6,000 followers. Terry, get 6,800 followers. Stan, get 8,000 followers. Rolfur, get 10,000 followers. Old Man, get 6,000 followers. Simplify the dice to the original rolls and just add.
Let's see, that was Billy, Terry, Stan, Rolfur, and Old Man.
So,
Hey, Adam, those divine abilities, are those the same thing as the boons?
No. The divine abilities are the special powers that we've been giving you. There's a list of them in the channel chat about this, and then they're the ones that you've been making up as well. The boons are the things for the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay, because there's one that makes every ability a trained ability for me that I didn't remember Rogue's thing at the beginning of the game, and I was kind of hoping to pick it up later, and I don't think I'm able to.
Yeah, you have to get another boon to get that.
Yeah.
We do get a boon at 13.
Do we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Divine ability, demi-plane enhancement, no boon. Oh, and an epic boon. Heck.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Everything is now...
now everything is a
class
minimum
skill.
roll of 10.
Everything is a class skill for Bob.
I mean, yeah, proficiency and everything is what you mean.
Yeah. Everything. I'm proficient in all.
Yeah.
In all the things. All the things.
That's a point where maybe you can do this, though. Old Man, make a disadvantaged... We'll call it an insight check, because you had referenced wanting to notice something.
Okie dokie. Okay, so I rolled a 12 and a 16, so it's a 12. Insight, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Insight, so 24.
24. Rolfur.
Yep.
Make a advantage deception check.
Everyone has disadvantage against me if they're doing any kind of charisma check, just for the record.
He's not doing it against you. He's not even trying necessarily to be sneaky about it. So there's no effort put in. It's just to generate your DC.
Okay, fair enough.
With advantage, I roll a 28.
28.
Which is the literal maximum I could possibly roll.
Yeah, you're not quite yet noticing the discrepancy in where your followers are located. You just haven't pieced it together at this point.
Fair enough.
I'm
just happy I can now play the ukulele. And none of you can stop me. I am now a master craftsman. And you can't prove otherwise.
Hey,
I can smith with the best of them.
Sora will kind of be like,
Just start shouting.
did you, it's late, but did you want to go over some of the preparations?
Yes, please. I turn to the rest of the group and say, apologies, I will not be able to join you over the next whatever you're planning on doing. If you need assistance getting somewhere, I'd be happy to send you.
Oh, and, sir, turning towards Old Man, there was a halfling that dropped this off for you about a week ago. And she's, like, holding out a key, but she's holding it, like, with, like, leather wrapped around the part she's holding.
I take the key.
And it is, like, just, like, a frigid metal.
Cool. Cool. This
You know where to go.
Okay. I know where it goes?
No.
Oh, okay.
You would,
Yeah, I totally.
yeah,
did
you would be
forget
able
do
to,
that.
you basically have to hop back to your city, but if you leave your door open in your realm, you have, like, what, an hour before it shuts on its own?
Yeah.
So you could sneak off and go to the box where it leads to.
Okay.
Otherwise, she will start going over basically reports of numbers of men training, etc., all of that. She has basically like a room where she has been collecting all the data, numbers, forces, etc. They've been pulling in people from across, the country, getting them fighting ready.
And no reports on anybody that's hit our borders?
No one has hit the borders yet, no.
So this is the night on day 190, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I life lock those squaddles and tell them to go start preaching.
Oh, you're okay. Your new creations that you've had over that are made over time.
Yep, right when I realized it was day 190. Oh, my timer's up. 2 quaddles. Okay. Cooldowns ended on 185 and 181 respectively.
On day 199, my order that I put in with the Lord of Shadow Portal start. So 9 more days.
So, we still gonna go, or kind of looking around to the others?
I believe we are postponed.
Okay.
I'm fine with going.
Maybe at some point, sure.
Okay. Well,
Are you two planning on still going?
I mean, I don't have anything I have to do. If we want to wait until morning again, at least before doing anything. I mean, I'm not very tired, but
Well,
I've got other stuff that I could be doing.
I do a quick-
when you'll have me.
I do a quick arcane check.
Mhm.
I want to see how much longer our meal lasts.
That's a very good question.
you're still at your meal being central. That effect was teleported with you, so you still have the remaining
full
duration
time.
of that the next day.
Okay. Well, if you guys want to go and do this, I need to check to see where the opposing armies are and see if I can get that. If I can bribe them to turn around.
I sit back and think to myself for a second, and I do I get I can only respond to prayers, right? I can't actually speak straight to people
Not unless you have.
in response to their prayers. Yeah, only in response. I like, give me a second. I walk. Like, I guess I go to the bank real quick. Like, I blink over there. And because I have a bank in the Jade Kingdom
Okay.
that is
Yeah,
the house
okay. Yes,
where
got it.
all of my intelligence people are housed.
I remembered. Okay.
And then I go, I walk in and I just kind of go, who's working on the war thing, intelligence-wise?
I believe they've moved out. There should have been a. We sent a key to your last residence here.
Oh yeah, I got the key.
Yes, I believe they've passed along information there.
Okay, cool. Hey Adam, I sent you a message on Discord. I don't remember what the key's for. I have no idea.
No, you know where to go. You may not, but your character does. It's a box in your kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this whole rigmarole then.
Yeah, that's what I said. You know where it goes. You could get there from
Next.
teleport. Yeah, from it's in
Okay.
Nexon, but
Okay, so retcon that. I don't go to the bank. I look at him and go, actually, hold on. I'll be right back. And I open the door. I'm like, I leave it open, and I walk through. I go to the thing, get my information.
okay. So yeah, you hop out, and yeah, it's basically it's an arcane box that is in one of the like stone slabs in an alley that has to be frozen in order for the keyhole to be found. So you just press the cold enchanted key up against it until the keyhole appears and you can unlock it.
Okay.
But yeah, you have a big thick report in there.
I start skimming through it for the information that's important to him.
Yeah. While you're doing that, to anyone else, because you just hop through any specific, which specific. Did you use a specific realm of yours?
Oh, it's an empty room.
No, you don't actually have empty rooms, but
Okay, then it's gyms.
okay.
Hey,
But
It's just Jim.
just
Don't
Jim.
worry about
Don't
him.
worry about okay.
Jimmy Boyle.
Okay. So you're doing
It's
fine. You are able to find. So this is information from about a week ago, and that they were able to do at least some level of holding up the fleet in the Minx Canal. But that basically, as of a week ago, that's where the fleet from Beesland was.
okay. So does that tell me about how long until will have a chance to?
That gives you some degree of
A spread of at the earliest, at the latest kind of thing.
yeah, because going down from Beesland. What was that? When was it that they started this delay? Hold on.
Because I think I successfully held back one of them for at least 2 weeks. I'm not sure which part of the army.
At this point, you would probably estimate that while some of the other forces we're thinking are probably sooner, it probably 30 to 40 days for the fleet to from that point for the fleet to get up to
So 25 to 35 days is where we're at, basically.
yeah.
Because it was about a week.
Yeah, it was on day 183 that had happened. So,
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Hey, Stan. I got a quick question for you, Stan.
Yeah, I was gonna offer some war guidance on who my prayer
Do you-
people were doing.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure that it'll be something that I just have a quick question.
Alright.
Do you know where all of your followers are?
Let me double check. I know I can talk to them.
That is a
Can't
separate
teleport
ability.
them. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna say I can't. I don't think I can
Okay.
correctly figure out where they are. Oh, when's that one called?
It's
I was
the
just-
divine ability.
Yeah. If you had it, I was gonna just check with you where the fleet was, where the mercenaries were.
Oh, I can still talk to them.
They have to talk to you first.
Tell them to pray to me. Has it been like wait till they pray for me and we got a few days? Let's see if I do have it.
But
Well, I mean, you don't have to wait very long. I'm coming
what's your
right
intelligence,
back.
Stan?
Intelligence? It is
yeah, Bob, what I was gonna do is gonna teleport there, cast Divine Word, which would
18.
straight up kill anybody with less than 20 hit points within earshot, and then teleport back.
So, one of your, one half of your realm was at a point where they were using and accessing it for munitions development. So they may have some information there.
yeah, it's that group of people.
Yeah.
Pop my head into my realm like, hey, war guys, what you been building?
Yeah, I mean they've been building all the same weapons, etc., vehicles of war before. They are able. They will have to make a roll. Yeah, that's good enough. Based on where they were coming from. Oh, that's not this map. That is this map.
And all the stuff that is being made there redirected all to David's army, so they get all the materials out of my realm. The guns and the whatnot. Yeah, your army's getting buffed.
Let's see.
Well, that changes things. I have been working on the assumption this whole time that you were fueling the other side.
What if fuel the other side?
Because that's
I mean,
what's
I'm
been
fueling
happening.
all sides, but we got a war. They want war, you want war, everyone gets war.
Oh, so you're not just like feeling my side, you're feeling both
Yeah,
sides.
everyone deserves the access to the. You gotta have a good war.
It's an epic war.
Okay, so the estimate
get
for
more
them
supplies,
to
though.
arrive is probably between day 207 to 210 is when that force should probably be arriving to the border, just based on when they left.
2 what?
Between 207 to 210
Is when the Beastland mercenary army
is as well as when Yordle's construct army, were they the Men of Iron or
Yeah.
what are they called? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go life David's army after we leave here.
Yep.
Just go inspect his troops. That's what I tell him at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't tell me. Okay.
Your side will not fall down, I can tell you that.
But neither will theirs.
They don't life their side. They just have good weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They're at fault with the gun too, the others. Slight fault with the gun too. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, so you have probably have another couple of weeks.
Okay.
Does
So, yeah,
old man
but
come back with that knowledge?
Yeah. So I come back with like a packet of paper, and I start like going through it. I'm like, yeah, a couple weeks. And I just took it, throw it back into the
Jim's room?
No, I open the door, I close the door, then I open it again. I go, hold on to this, and I throw it in there, and I close the door again. I don't let anyone see who I was talking to when I said, hold on to this.
Just a sheaf of papers
Yeah,
flying into the room.
don't worry, she's used to it.
Oh boy.
Huh?
We do have some time, then. I was thinking about just going and like raining fire or divine retribution down on people just to slow them down.
Nope.
I mean, I could still do that.
Old man already put a slowdown on the quicker part of the force.
And remember, they're not the two forces that we're facing. They don't get along with each other.
I mean, they're in an alliance, but yeah, the people on
Oh, they are.
yeah, they're in this
That
in
would
an
be fun
alliance.
to mess with.
But
I'm
That'd be...
gonna cast Sending.
but
It's gonna go to Yordle.
all right.
I'm gonna go and say, because sending, you know who's sending it to you, right?
Should be pretty obvious by your voice.
Yeah, sending, you know, you do know. I think that's
Okay.
part of the spell is that you know.
Okay.
Otherwise, Jester wouldn't have to tell everyone that she's Jester,
Okay.
Creature
which makes sense to just me and Adam.
creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as a sender if it knows you.
It does. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 8,500 gold for you is my offer for your company to go and to turn around and raid Beesland. Keep what you find.
Did you tell him that he can respond to this message?
I know that he's smarter than he lets on, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That, once again, is a joke just for me and Adam.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you could respond to this message.
You can respond to this message?
If I have enough words left, I'll say, "Have a good poop."
Are you pooping?
David, proving he knows what we're talking about.
Excuse me? Are you pooping?
Make a disadvantaged persuasion check.
Did Ryan give you his magic touch?
That's a 21.
David, Ryan ran around and gave people the glamour thing. Did he give it to you?
I don't think I gave it to everyone.
Okay, I was just wondering because you
Yeah,
did.
I do not have anything regarding glamour.
It's glibness. Sorry.
Yeah, I do not have glibness.
Okay,
He only gave it to old man.
And I give it to myself.
because that.
Oh, there you go. Itself.
Yeah, because that's what I need.
Yeah, it's like I can give it to whoever, and you just gotta ask me.
You get back a... While I'm willing to listen, the price will be higher as that won't cover a gold per man even.
I wish you would have told me what how many people there were even, but okay.
I assume I'm standing there. Yes.
Like, how many,
I look at.
do you know how many people are in Yordle's army?
That sounds like a stand question. However, you could just say 50 gold per person, and I will make that happen.
How could you make that happen? You're a bar owner.
He's a bar owner that's
Yeah.
about to rob dragons.
I am a very good businessman.
Anyways,
Well, anyway.
you had at least an open of there is a price.
Yeah.
Do 50 gold a man and 500 gold for him.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of money.
It'll be fine. You're trying to avert a catastrophe with money. It's going to cost you a lot more than a war would. Otherwise, no one would go to war. They just threaten.
Yeah, but I've also lost over 100,000 gold today, so...
No, you haven't. You didn't make 100,000 gold. There's a difference.
Okay, so... Do I have any more sendings? I have 2 per day. Okay.
I go on an unrelated note. Crystal Dragon.
What?
Hmm?
There is one.
Why? How?
Because
What?
I can create minions. Up to CR5, and I can make a young Crystal Dragon. So now
Okay.
I have a mount.
Young. Thank goodness. It's not... It's something that can fit through the door.
Yeah,
Woo.
it's just big. He's a big old boy, and
was-
he likes tum-tum scratches.
I was worried that you were summoning something so big that I couldn't just fit it out the door. Inside of my house.
No, he would just go into my realm. It's fine.
You said a young,
Yep. They're CR5.
still a large creature.
Still, yeah, he's a big boy.
Which is fine. That can get through a door.
He has a burrow speed.
Oh yeah, he can get out no
Without-
problem.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. Listen, he's a very good boy. Don't be rude.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to go. I'm going to bring... How much money do I have?
And then I open the door to my realm and I say, Spot. His name's Spot. That's this is where we're gonna store your hoard. He can talk telepathic.
Which place did you take him to?
I am opening the door to my realm.
Okay.
So he can just live there. There's a hoard in there.
Okay. You're just like,
Does he know that he's sharing the hoard?
I don't think any of them have
None
to know
of
that
them
they're
know.
sharing the hoard.
None of them do.
unless it gets brought up during theater time,
Yep.
because that could happen.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
the dragons are going to the theater.
Yeah,
But
probably.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
going to...
so-
I'm going to teleport myself, and if anybody wants to go, they're welcome. But I'm going to teleport myself to Yordle.
Yordle?
I'm glad you got
And-
over that beer so quick.
Huh?
Why aren't you
Mishap.
negotiating?
Mishap. Roll a 24
Just
on
earlier.
the mishaps chart. Mishap another 24.
Yeah.
You know what would be the most fun
So
about
I have
that?
to teleport again. Okay.
Because this
Go
only
for it.
really worked
No.
out very well because it was all of you together.
This is a really good point. I need to develop a spell to enhance teleportation.
Wow, as it happens, I've already done that.
Do you want to? Okay, I'm gonna ignore the fact of what just happened, like in the last 10 days, and ask you, would you be so kind as to share that knowledge?
I'm specifically not supposed to.
100% can't do that. No dice.
Excuse me?
Because it's something that could be highly abusable. I can cast it, but you might be able to reverse engineer it, I'm sure. But the giant teleportation portals that I've created that exist between your city and my city.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking.
Isn't that a divine ability?
No. No.
Okay, I'm not looking for a permanent teleportation. I just want something to like negate.
Just start leaving permanent holes between places because it's more convenient.
Okay. I am going to. I guess first, does anybody want anything of me? I think this might take me a bit to try to figure out this whole solve this teleportation issue.
You seem very broken as it
Oh.
is.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, sure. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
I'm sorry. What is it that Alice just said?
You seem pretty broken as it is.
You're candy coated.
It's a very good point. I go ahead and I will once we know what we're doing, I will remove this armor and I will start working on new armor.
I mean, it's 2 days. That's 10 days old. It's out of fashion now.
Yeah.
This is 10-day-old candy.
Well, no, it came with us, didn't it?
But
It's just out of fashion. Just so old school.
Nah, it's before its time.
Yeah.
Alice, I appreciate your honesty. But I also want to reassure you that helping my friends in the pantheon is in no way something that breaks me. It is something that fuels me.
Aww.
You're sweet as your
Unfortunately,
armor.
the failures of reality to interact with magic properly upsets me sometimes.
I'm working on it.
Have you tried
I
stabbing
don't believe
things?
you. You won't tell me.
Working on it.
Oh man, I'm just looking at some of the other options on this list.
What? Of
Oh,
It.
there could have been
Adam
some
has a
weirder
list.
things.
Adam has a list that's specifically designed to punish people for teleporting.
I mean, some of them aren't bad. It could have just been that
yeah,
everyone
he
sneezes.
just said that he pulled it up. It's funny.
It's supposed to be funny. This
Don't have
isn't
this
funny.
I think it's quite amusing. You're just suffering consequences.
Yeah.
I feel like
I just
agency
created
has
a
been
dragon
taken-
on a whim. I'm sure that I'm going to pay for that.
Like I feel like agency has been taken from me because I have suffered consequences that I didn't know were a possibility.
That happens a lot.
One way or another, and now I'm being told that don't try to avoid these consequences because another person in the party who has already said that he won't share things is working on it.
He promised you wouldn't.
Huh? Oh, that wasn't Billy talking to you. That was me talking to you.
I know it's hard to tell the difference because of the insanity.
Okay, well, so old man, Stan, Alice, are the three of you still going down to the scales?
I mean,
if
wait.
we
It's fine if you go without me. That's not I want to make
If-
sure that you have things at your disposal if you do.
if you negotiate the price, I have to figure out a way to pay it. So I think it's best for me to go.
It's like, yeah, we actually do want to talk to dragons. They're old.
Okay, well, so in that case, I'm going to go ahead and teleport the rest of the group. I don't know. Billy, are you going to go down with them?
What, to the Kingdom of the Scales?
Yeah, because they're going down without me.
I can go on my own at some point. It's like, I'm
Okay.
figuring I'm just going to go ahead and head back to my research for now and go at a later time.
Okay. So in that case, I don't know if I'm going to ferry the group, or if Alice has that down pat, or but I'd be happy to try again. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Is Jinxie having a hissy fit because you had your snacks in the way?
No, my partner has come home and brought me some lovely things, and which is very, very helpful at this very moment. And my cat was yelling at her because he loves her more than me.
Understandable.
Oh, my partner is my savior. Look at what she has brought me. This will solve most of my problems.
No more stress about time shenanigans. You have your own time
about-
shenanigans.
You know what? They just use time shenanigans on me.
Oh, how could you do that to him?
He's gonna teleport through him.
It's
So,
really funny.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink one of these for every day that I've lost. And
It's only one a day,
Go
right?
ahead.
That's not so bad.
yeah,
Oh God!
I just had to chug 10. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back tonight. Don't worry. But
Where
so-
are you going? I'm going on an adventure.
drunken stupor. No, but seriously, do you guys want to risk teleporting again to get down there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I ain't got anything pressing.
Yeah, let's hold it up.
All right. I go ahead and give. I go ahead and go into my vault, which is in my temple in the city. I go ahead and withdraw 25,000 gold from it. I go ahead and bring it to Sora, and I say, if something bad happens again, where you don't see me before war starts, then this money is here for trying to bribe mercenaries away from our country. Or, of course, if you think that there's some better use for it, I trust your judgment wholly. Give her a kiss, and I get ready to teleport these fucks and lose 10 more days.
Can't you just send us and not come with?
Can I do that?
You and up to 8 willing.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Nope, you gotta send them with yourself.
All right, Adam.
I mean, I can cast teleport.
He says as
Really?
you cast it.
Well, I got a 70, so that's probably fine.
Just looking at it like, well, I don't know why it's such a big fuzz. I mean, I have that spell too.
Yeah, 70 is
I think-
perfectly
Didn't
fine.
you leave already?
No, he's still going with you. He wants to talk to the dragons for their history.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you end up on the shores of the Dragon River, just barely within sight of, like, you can see what is kind of a strange but massive city, sprawling city down below. You can kind of see.
It's the next morning, right?
No, this is still late. Like,
Okay,
it's
that's
still
what I was
dark
thinking.
out.
I wasn't.
So, which
It
is what
has been
which
less-
if it were morning, you probably wouldn't be able to see the city
It has been less than an hour since we ate breakfast.
through the trees. But because it is night, you can see the lights that are within it. So,
Or about 10 days, give or take.
but yeah, so you can see the city down below, or the river off to your right. Still, it's at the point where it is mostly like spreading out into the. Is it Delta?
Yes.
So what? It's
The river delta.
Rolfur, Stan, Alice, the old man.
Alice, Stan, old man, Rolfur. Yep.
Man.
As we teleport, and Rolfur goes, I could have just taken us.
I mean, I thought he didn't have any information about this place, right?
Nope.
Well, he did,
Yeah, was it?
but it was information that was given to him through the mind link from Billy.
Yeah.
So
It was
Could've-
third-hand information.
yeah, could
Does Billy not have teleport?
No, I've got teleport.
Yeah. I was looking around like, you have teleport, don't you? Yeah.
Nope.
Just nodding at each other. Yeah, we all have teleport.
To be fair, I can cast it
Technically,
3
I
times a
can.
day without using a spell slot, so...
Yeah, you definitely have more teleport spell slot options.
Oh, that does... Actually, you know what? No, we're just gonna let this go. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, cool. Stuff's happening. Let's do this. Leroy!
I mean, yeah, the war's like weeks away. You can stick around.
Look around, look down, and be like, it would be a waste to not use this it would be terrible to let this candy coating go to waste.
And then you're already here.
You know what? A few hours can't hurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
who knows if the rest of us are really going to want to
That was the fall of his.
stick around that much. So, while Lustary. So, Billy,
go ahead and
what are
do
you
a-
working on while they're gone?
I'm going to go back to the Wizard's Tower and going to continue my research with my group of wizard friends on my Bonka memory morsels.
Ooh.
And whatever, I'll have one of the wizards who's taking part in the research. I'll have him be the lead, since they've got a
Yeah, and you're just gonna.
they got a better Arcana bonus. And I'm gonna hit my buddy with permanent Fox's Cunning, so he can just have that from now on.
Okay.
And yep, and I'll feed him inspiration every time he needs to roll a check.
Well.
You can do it. You can
Sure,
do it.
you can just do that for
Man, that's some divine
get them finishing
inspiration
off
I've
the
ever heard.
evening and increase your 1% for this day up to half of whatever roll you want to make.
Yeah.
Be Arcana, and I believe their bonus was +6 before your shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, what was it here? Yeah, +6. Half, yeah, half.
So what check? What'd you get on the check? Or you're rolling it?
Yeah, rolling. Because, yeah, D10.
Adam, you're looking in the wrong place. He's on the computer screen.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he's totally just on the computer screen.
Yeah, I think they already saw me walking behind you.
You're breaking the fourth wall, Adam. We're all in our own little boxes.
I know!
Completely separate.
I got cookies.
Alright, so they got a 26 for today.
26, so an extra 13% instead of 1. So
Yep.
you're on that, and then with the rest of the group over in Kingdom of the Scale, is everyone heading down to the prism, or is Old Man lagging behind and heading upriver?
I'm heading upriver.
Okay. Anyone else gonna try and spot him doing that to follow, or just gonna head down to the city?
He doesn't
Should
want to
I
be
roll a
followed.
stealth check?
When
Or?
is the little girl going with, or
I was like, we know the city's the Dragon City, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't care which city we go to.
For the record, I did leave my golden hand back at Kashka.
Okay.
Also, as an experienced rogue, you can feel my eyes on you anytime you're within 30 feet of me. Because I have a magic dagger that gives me blind sight.
Out of curiosity, when we saw Sora when we teleported back after our 10-day stint, did she didn't happen to have her unicorn with her, did she?
No, it would have been outside.
Okay.
What are you using the unicorn for?
I was just asking. I gave her a unicorn. I was wondering if she had it with her.
For breeding?
It's only one.
For water purification.
So far.
That is something we should have brought up to the DM there. We did gain another divine rank. I spent my epic boon on increasing my wisdom. My perception went up.
I have a note card for that somewhere. What is your new passive?
Plus 130.
Just a flat 30.
His has gone up several times. Always the highest. Started higher than any of yours are now, even. But.
Just insane.
Yep.
Well, your passive perception now matches my passive stealth.
Yeah.
Adam,
Yep.
Like I said, we are both, when we're in proximity, just silently gazing at one another without looking at one another.
Adam, I do want to mention this is super small, but just saying, I do have one clockwork archivist that is in the plane of the dead that is preaching for the
Pantheon as a whole.
for the pantheon.
Yep.
So, but that said, they are also saying that if for more information, go to
Me, yes.
So if they don't have enough information on the get-go,
But it has at least a basic amount that, you know.
But it's only one.
Yeah.
I have 6 of them there so far. Because I spend every day making another one and tossing it into the river.
Yep.
Right.
I chose different creatures that I can summon.
Yep.
So, you...
Did you go Fae?
It's a very good question. I did do dragons. And then another one.
We'll just have to wait and
Make it
find
big.
out.
I'll tell Adam.
Just making baby dragons.
He's not making baby dragons. Those are wormling. He's making young dragons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
we're
can
fine.
make a CR 13.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I can make one
Yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam, that's a good point. So with that 10-day thing being gone, if I didn't spend my thing earlier, if I made one of the big ones now, would that like put me off for another week, or would that count for the past week?
What do you mean?
So like,
what is... Like, how does it restore? What is...
no, we're talking about the summon.
Yeah?
If I made a big one, now that we're done with the 10-day stint, would that count for the 10 days prior?
No, it would...
Okay.
It's from now. But it is back to you
It's
have the
tied
full
to
amount
you.
available, so...
Yeah, that I've been doing dailies, so that helps me not.
Okay.
I've been You also stole 10 summons from me.
And me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. I don't believe you.
It's fine.
You're as sorry as my cat batting at food.
Sorry, didn't
So-
faster?
People heading towards the Fractured Prism, you make your way, out towards it, and eventually find the road that runs a little bit off of the river.
Can't we see it? Can't we see it?
Can't you...
Like we're up on like a cliff or whatever.
Wait,
Aren't we?
yeah, so you teleported in along the side of the river, and as you make your way towards the city, you spot the road, which is like a 40-foot wide path that goes out of the city, like, in towards the the inner part of the kingdom.
That was my point. Like, couldn't we just? What do we? Is this a detour?
No.
Okay.
This is you making your way towards the city, and there's a giant 40-foot wide clearing, a little bit off the river, that is heading towards the city's gates.
Neat.
And as you make your way there...
So, these things that we summon, do they have their own will, or are they bound to ours?
Oh, no, they're very much so free will. That's why I picked Celestials and
Depends on what you
Construct.
summon.
Yeah.
You want to make sure the things you summon have, like, a aligning goal.
Yeah. Which,
Just
to be
summon
fair,
demons.
might mean that the dragons you summon don't do you a lot of good, but if you just shut them into your realm and say, here, have treasure, they're kind of passive with that.
You have an entire.
And then at
cosmos
some point, I guess
extremely-
technically you could go into somewhere you don't like and just kick them all out of your realm, and then there's just dragons there that...
So all I'm hearing is that Bob just needs to spend like 5 minutes talking to each of his summons that he makes, convincing them what's good for them.
Just a bunch of Hikikomori dragons
But,
just sitting in the room.
Bob with his 30s in his diplomacy being like, no, this is what you want.
My lowest that I can roll is actually 35.
you've proven his point, not broken it, by the way.
I just wanted to let you know that you were wrong.
It's like, is this a cult? No, we just follow the great benevolent leader. Yeah, it's a cult.
Listen, I just follow one hyper charismatic leader who occasionally wants me to do weird things for
Please tell
nonsensical
me.
reasons.
Please tell me it's the Cult of Dragons.
Oh, is this? I think I'm.
Anyways, city folk, as you're walking towards this wide, sort of arched gate, on either side of the wall is a dragon. There is an adult white dragon on one side and a young black dragon standing on the other side. They have sort of makeshift, not makeshift, custom-made helmets and chain armor down the front in front of their scales. And on it is an emblem of 10 dragon heads.
Is it 10?
Yeah.
I guess they don't count the weird colors.
It is. You can find out more about that, but you have been told that the Council of 10 is the 5 chromatic and 5 metallic dragons who are represented.
It's like, we're not evil, we're profit focused.
But otherwise, they kind of are just sort of crouched, cross-armed, head out, facing towards the road.
These are legitimately like adult dragons.
The white one was an adult dragon.
That large or huge?
That would be huge. The black
Oh,
dragon was large as a young adult.
Yeah. From big to really big.
And so as you approach towards the city gates, yeah, the black dragon kind of unfolds his arms and steps up, while the white dragon just kind of turns its heads towards the first one and then back towards you and just kind of sets it back down on his arms. And black dragon takes like 2 steps forward. Coming inland, what is your purpose within our city?
Seek the ancient knowledge. I speak Draconic.
Ooh, fancy.
And your name?
Rolfur Recodari.
Welcome, Rolfur Recodari. He kind of just turns towards others.
It's like, gotta get your name.
Bane the healer, man.
Poor white dragons, probably all out of crayons. Just laying there, sad.
Stan, as you ask yourself, and what is your purpose within our city?
Knowledge, I think. Whatever Rolfur use that. I'm just own the group.
There is a 10 gold toll for you to enter the city.
Sure, here you go.
What's it with the
Money,
white dragon?
take
It's Alice. I'm just following my friends to somewhere new. I'm Alice. Little. He'll let her pass. Terry?
I'm just here to protect them.
And you are?
I'm still looking up new. I need to give them a fake name, but it's got to be like a good, like, food pun.
No, declare yourself the god of all that is good and eaten and delicious, the lord of the Jade Empire.
we started the. Yeah, we know better than that. We've done that before. That did not. My name is Sal Burry.
Make a deception check.
Salubri. One of the ancient clans of vampires.
There's a lot at stake here.
A candy-covered steak.
Once you make it through, it'll all be gravy.
The,
Wait,
the dragon makes it.
I have to make a deception check to lie about my name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can have
How do you
advantage.
think lying goes, my dude?
Long ago said no.
The dragon recognizes you. It's the bloody-handed regicide, slayer of the king of Beastland.
Yeah, that's that I've done. Anyway, so that's 12.
12. He looks at you suspiciously. There will also be a 10 gold tax for you to enter the city.
I go ahead and pull out. Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. I just pull out a platinum piece and hand it to him.
And they let you in.
Thank you.
Suspicion isn't a crime. It's just a fine.
It's just a suspicion. They could be wrong.
One way or another, I have no problem with paying a dragon money. That sounds like the natural order.
So, you enter in the city, and many of the buildings, though not all of them, are rather massive. Immediately, flanking left and right, are two inns that are probably 2 stories tall, or 2 stories at about 50 feet tall.
Those are really big buildings.
You
Wow.
With the massive sort of like barn kind of style doors common within the building. You know, you see stumbling out of one a very old looking copper dragon, just sloshed.
That's bizarre. I take a wide. I step widely around that one.
Yep, he manages to wander across, and he just sort of pushes his way into the barn doors of the tavern that's on the other side of the street, declaring, "I'm here for my drinks."
Just smack him. Just reach over and smack him with a greater restoration if he walks by, Stan.
Well, I'll let the dragon do for now.
Alright.
He seems to live in it.
Otherwise, you do also see Dragonborn, Draconians.
Are those different?
Dragonborn are more of a common race of people. Draconians are
CR.
they're somewhere in between. They're more dragony. You know, they have like wings and such like that.
Oh, okay.
So they're another step along the line.
They keep accusing the Dragonborn of bringing about Gehenna.
down to something particularly noticeable, though it's a bit far off. But because they're glowing, there is gotta be a line of it's gotta be at least 20 fairy dragons, sort of that you kind of see flying over some buildings, kind of like in a line of just multiple bright colors in the dark.
Neat.
There are stairs at points to this that go to lower streets and upper streets. Whereas you see off of this main road that kind of seems to wind its way down towards probably eventually the port. Although, as far as the scale of the city, think something akin to Houston.
So it's big.
Yeah,
it's sprawling.
It's huge.
Well, I guess it has to be. It's got dragons in it.
Yeah. And there are points at it, if you kind of
This
poke
is
around, where the city
incredible.
kind of gets to where there's almost kind of, it feels a little more rural, and then goes back out to more city, where there are just areas where it's more just kind of pleasant homes and large, bit of field, but still within these outer city walls.
So despite it, because it's nighttime, right?
Yes,
So the city's still got a lot of
still
activity.
a lot of activity.
Yeah, makes sense. The Dragonborn don't have Dark's vision. Losers.
And there's also lots of lights, lots of magical baubles and such, enchanted with light. You see
And
lots
dragons.
of shops and taverns with the greater coin and many men's gold and the platinum
Lots of
tankard.
coin.
And, yeah, lots of
Lots of
so
drinking spots.
Is there somebody around who doesn't look drunk?
yeah, you can find people. If you poke into one of the taverns, well, there's certainly a bar just that is lined with some that have stools that have basically is the bar is say 10 feet up, and so you've gone up a spiral staircase halfway up to sit on the stool for a normal dragonborn, but others beside them are an ancient dragon, just the ancient blue dragon that's just sort of curled up in the corner leaning against the bar. But off on the side are large tables where dragons are playing poker.
Yes. Like that Mario world where everything's giant. Sure, let's do it the standard way. We go up to our bartender.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can find an empty stool that has a ladder for you to assign to get it. And
What are people paying with drinks here? I'm guessing the drinks are huge, so the drinks are people are dropping gold onto the table.
for some you can they have different sizes. You can get a tankard, or you can get a cask. It's really what you need.
I'm just paying for information.
But yeah, there are definitely gold that is amongst there. The barkeep being translucent and just shimmering as if looking through a giant emerald.
Like they're an illusion, or they're made of see-through crystal?
Like they're made of see-through emerald.
Okay. Neat. Well, then I toss 5 gold at the table. I was like, do you know where the library's at? Do you all have a library?
A few repositories of books. Yes. Are you looking for?
I will just point me to the nearest one, if you could.
This one. And sort of almost struggles with words and just sort of.
I speak Draconic.
Many of them are also speaking common, whatever. It's just it's a language mix. But they instead basically cast an illusion that is sort of like a layout of the street, and they just kind of draw emerald nail along as if leaving the building and tracing their way down some winding streets into a lower street that goes under some paths, and sort of pointing at the door underneath what is an overpassing street.
All right. I look at that map.
Yep.
I've memorized it.
Yeah.
Keen mind.
Yep. It's like I look at it, memorized. Thanks.
Yep.
I was like, so I assume everyone's following, just looking back at everybody like, what are you guys gonna do? I'm going to the library.
Just kind of looked. Stick together.
Oh, I thought Alice. I thought you were going with the old man.
No, he's just gonna send me an image of a tree once he needs that. Cause
No, you need any spending money? You good?
I'm good.
You want to go and
I keep giving her money.
Huge amounts, and she spends so little. She's like, I'll buy some
How,
candy. Oh, I have a friend that gives me free candy.
That's the point.
You can still spend local. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go and take a look and see what their I want to see what they consider magical baubles. I want to see what they consider, like, if they have, like, common goods, like common magical goods, just like willy-nilly. I want to see if I can buy things.
Can I get a discount here?
Yeah, that's what I'm basically wondering. Can I get a discount on basic magic stuff? Just because it's so common.
Okay. Where are you trying to check that out?
In the magic selling quarter.
So you're okay. So you're just looking around for a shop. Okay.
Yeah.
He's shopping for shops.
Yeah, I'm shopping for shops.
Then-
I am window shopping.
Okay. So Stan, are you gonna go with Terry looking for shops, or with Rolfur to the library?
Let me hang with little girl.
Hmm?
You doing that? Got nothing really. I guess.
Where is
Go
Alice?
shops then. If he's gonna go with David.
Yeah. No. Her
Where's she
comment
going?
is more like we probably shouldn't be alone here.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to stick with her. Like, she mentioned, let's stay together. I'm trying to stay together.
It's like, Alice, I have over 30. I have like 33. What is that? 30,000 people who pray to me. I am never alone.
Okay. We'll go with Terry then. Be safe.
Yep.
Okay.
I have multiple methods of translocation.
So Terry, you are doing, I guess, an investigation trying to find a shop.
Okay, I can do that. I get plus 12 to investigation. That might have. Let's see. Is that correct? No. I get plus
Sorry about that.
13.
Preferences in mind.
Because yes, I also have the ability to know all my
Yeah, plus
followers
13.
and where they're at, and speak with them.
25.
25. You find a shop. I would like a luck check to figure out which shop you find.
Simply called the Bad
Right, I
Dragon.
get advantage on those.
Oh
That's not
no,
helpful.
not that one. That's a bad shop.
That is an 11.
An 11. You find the Enchanted
Bad Dragon?
Swamp.
Oh no! Please tell me. Please tell me. Adam, there's a joke here. Please tell me. Don't ruin this.
I may be ruining it because I'm not sure what you have. If you want to enlighten us, I might use it.
Shrek.
Oh.
Oh, I was expecting to deal with a like walk in and find a rodent of unusual size.
I was expecting to find a rotund female dragon and a were-dung.
Would have been good, but no, it's a black dragon.
I've never been so disappointed.
Get used
Hey,
to
a
it.
swamp is thematic. Black dragons. They love their swamps
It
because they
not
stink.
as funny. So
I'm sorry, I'm not so funny. But yeah, so
Fine,
basically
I
just
forgive
sort
you.
of in the windows are just hanging different magical doodads with little tags on them that you assume have prices if you could see, but they're, tiny and handwritten, and you have to go in to look at things.
Okay. Yeah, let's I don't see why not.
And so for you,
So,
the
man,
more
we don't-
natural door for you is a normal person door that's kind of like an inset in the center of what would be a full like double door kind of barn door kind of.
Are you sure?
You open that, kind of get stuck a little bit. Open the full two
Yeah,
rotund.
Terry's kind of
Either way, walking in, a little bell above the door rings, and an adult black dragon kind of just turns its head as it is laying sort of on just this large pile of moss that just glows with all sorts of little trinkets and doodads.
That's nifty.
As outside of like this central mossy pad where the dragon is laying, are just these large counters with all sorts of things that you recognize. A lot of enchanter's gear, you know, kind of magical thing. And then outside of that, just stuff. No shelves of things. Everything that is like on display is strung up and tied to the ceiling and just hanging down. And as you look up, there are more things higher up on the ceiling just kind of hanging around.
Okay.
And the dragon is...
The ceiling's like 50 feet?
Ceiling probably about 35.
I wave as I enter. Start looking
Are you
around.
looking for anything specific?
Mostly just window shopping.
Very well. You
Do you have any specials?
just whatever I find, I'm able to drag up.
I know that feeling.
So you look around. From your general consensus as working with selling stuff for magic, you have had experience with that. No, there are not deals. Things are more expensive. Everything is just at a premium here. Because parting with anything comes with the cost of I'm having to give something up.
Sure.
And that's the general mindset for the dragon. So, but if there is whatever kind of trinket, lower level, anything with any of like the glowing properties, heck, a few things even that, you know, seem to have an intelligence of their own. There are things here.
Okay.
If ever you wanted a wristwatch that would tell you what time it is, you have that here. You don't even find
Why are we
wristwatches anywhere else. They don't exist yet, but this one knows the time and it tells you. The dragon offers, you know, if you knows you're gonna offers that at a deal. Sick of hearing what time it is in the middle of the night.
I don't blame him on that. Do they have plus
You're
3
almost losing
automatic
money if you're
rifles?
not able to buy it.
Do they have plus 3 automatic rifles?
They, at least in this shop, do not have rifles.
Okay.
Those are works of
Just checking
machinery
compared-
rather than magic. So
Yeah. Just checking if this is like the same as like the far north or not.
nope.
Stan, is there anything you've been looking for?
I'm pretty much a minimalist, man. I don't need spell components. Well, little girl, if you're looking for anything.
No, we were just following Terry.
Sure.
She like holds her breath.
Oh, she doesn't like it in here. All right. No. What?
Make an insight
Okay.
check.
You guys are all telepathic.
Well, that's a natural 20.
No, she said your
course I
she
get
said
that
your
one.
name, and then
Oh.
held her breath.
Insight.
Natural 20. You figured it out.
Insight is wisdom. So that's 25.
Yeah, no, it was. She said your name and then held her breath
Okay.
because you weren't giving your name when you walked
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm not gonna react to that.
Yeah, I missed it.
If they know who I am, that's not the end of the world. Yeah. Well, since he doesn't have anything that's like jumping out at me, Does he have like raw materials?
Yes, they aren't necessarily sitting out with prices on them, but you can see lots of like raw materials for things because they're all what's on the actual counter that surrounds their resting space.
Okay. Well, I want to see if I can wheel and deal. I go ahead and pull out a let's see, a gold and platinum jewelry box that I have made in the past. The as written value of it is 7,500 gold. I would like to see if I can wheel and deal to get raw materials for crafting that is worth more than 7,500 gold.
No.
Okay.
The materials basically here, you'd have probably, I'd say, a 10% increase in the cost. However, they will take any treasure goods at their full value. They will treat them as if cash.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about being like us, trying to reduce cost for selling a thing.
Okay. How many immovable rods do they have for sale here?
It's
3.
what's holding all the stuff to the ceiling.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
If I could spell it, here we go. Oh, there's 2 M's in immovable. That is a uncommon item. Uncommon is 1 to 500. How much do they want them for?
Let's go. Let's go 400 a piece.
Oof. All right. 400 by 3 is 1,200. So yeah, I'll go ahead and try to persuade the price.
Okay.
Does 24 get me down from 1,200? If I buy all
and you're
3.
buying all 3?
Yep.
So down from 12, they'll do 10.
10. Okay. So here is 1,000 gold, and I get 3 more immovable rods, bringing me up to 9 immovable rods.
And so packing that up, you are given a linen bag with the enchanted swamp embroidered on the front of it.
Oh, that's cute.
They believe in recycling.
Well, definitely go ahead and take that. Anything catch your eyes, friends?
No, just it's a lot.
Oh, I know. What is that called? Is it, what's better, a broom or a carpet?
Carpets are faster.
Carpet is better. But
Carpet's faster and
can.
can hold more weight, but it is a larger footprint.
Larger footprint.
Yeah,
It's
it's
big.
big.
Okay. Well, the carpet's only 30 feet.
There's different levels of carpet.
Oh, the smallest carpet's 80 feet. Okay. Can I fit on a 3x5 carpet?
Yes.
It's very rare. Very rare is 5 to 50,000. I do have 50,000. No, I don't. That's back at home waiting for bribes. I do not have 50,000 gold to spend.
What's the ratio gold to platinum again in this game?
1 to 10. 10 gold for platinum.
How much do you need?
Oh yeah, do they have a do they have any flying carpets?
They have one. Hold on.
You got 197,000 on me if you.
Holy
Any.
smokes! Well, I mean, do you want to buy yourself a 80 foot movement speed flying carpet?
I mean, I got a broom, but I guess I can upgrade.
You have a broom.
80 foot movement speed. Yeah, broom is 50 foot. So okay, I'll take an 80 foot broom. Or
I'm
80 foot
seeing
carpet.
actually
Oh.
which carpet they have.
Okay.
Carpet of flying. Here we go. And oh, good. It gives me a percentile chart. 42.
Well, in that case, you might not be.
Is the 60 foot, the 4x6 foot one, is the one that they have.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if that carpet would be able to carry you, though, Terry. You the size you'd fit. How much do you weigh, though? Because it has a capacity of 200 pounds.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay.
You would fit on it, but it wouldn't get up.
Yeah, I would need.
Yeah, I'll stick to my broom.
Oh, it can carry up to twice its weight at half speed, so you'd be...
40. Yeah. So I would probably be better off with a broom.
I'm pretty sure the broom's half speed then.
The broom is 400 pounds. Nope, that's also half speed carrying over 200 pounds. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need a 4x6 carpet
That's the one they have.
at least.
That is the one they have.
Hmm. You know what? No, I'm just gonna go ahead and just make myself a flying chariot later. It'll be fine. I'll just have a diva pull it. I'll summon up a diva celestial to pull my flying chariot.
How do you keep convincing all your celestials to do what you tell them to?
You know, I haven't actually done any convincing of anybody. I'm letting them do what they want to do for the vast majority of what they're doing.
Yeah.
See, I keep saying I'm doing these things. And the only one that I actually, like, have do things that I really wanted to do is that giant hand, which is basically mindless.
And they're celestials. They're beings created to follow a divine being. Shy of another divine being coming in and trying to persuade them away, they have a desire to do that following. So...
And of, like, the 20 some odd that I have, they're all protecting or serving the dead.
Mm-hmm. The other ones, you also
None of
have
them-
constructs, which are kind of mindless and
Yep.
do what they're
Yep.
told. Also, you didn't seem to have much trouble with the dragon that you summoned. It's not, while they're not bound
I'm just
to
saying-
you, they tend to, they have a positive outlook to you from the beginning.
I'm just saying, some of the things I summon are not going to be very cooperative.
That's very true. Don't tell me you took devils.
Don't
Did
worry
you
about
take-
what I took.
Did you take infernals? Oh, fuck.
Don't you worry about what I did.
We'll have to
or did
find
not
out
do.
about that in the future.
Okay.
Join us next time
Well,
when we
oh.
continue looking through the city, the wilderness, and also working on making a spell.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.